Packers beat the Commanders, Ocho, 27-18. Green Bay moves to 2-0. The Packers have now beaten two NFC East contending, the two NFC contending teams in back-to-back weeks. Ocho, what did you make of this ball game? Jordan Love was 19 of 31, 292, two touchdowns, no interceptions. Jayden Daniels was 24 of 42, 200 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions. But he was hounded all night long.
Yes.
They pressured him relentlessly, and they took him down 4 times. The Commanders were unable to get a running game going, Ocho. They had 19 rush attempts, 51 yards. They took the running game away, and they unleashed the hounds on Jayden Daniels, and they win the ball game 27-18. What did you like about what you saw from the Pack?
Listen, from the Packers, everything. Obviously, Micah Parsons was the story. Jordan Love and those receivers were the story. They're what we heard about leading up to this game. But to me, the back end defensively for the Packers, Xavier McKinney, Brother Nixon on the one side, they were, to me, the most surprising, which popped out on film, which is one of the reasons why I think the Packers are going to go very far this year, not only into the playoffs, but make that run in the NFC to contend for that Super Bowl championship. This is the Packers haven't started 2-0 since I think 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And they look phenomenal, not just on offense in Jordan Love. The receivers did exactly what we expect them to do. I'm hoping Jayden Reed is okay. I think his collarbone, he might have fractured his collarbone.
Yeah.
You can tell with the way he fell, and they put that weight on it.
Yep.
You already know. But everybody else stepped up. Everybody else stepped up offensively. Jordan Love did his thing. Josh Jacobs did his thing. But that back end for the Packers, obviously not having to. The poses and the threats that the Washington Commanders did have were nullified. They were nullified because their back end played extremely well. They sitting on routes, sitting on plays. Normally, that another team, you're not sitting on them.
They know they don't have to play. They don't have to cover long because they know the pressure is going to come. So they know with Rashawn Gary, they know with Van Ness, they know with Micah Parsons, they know with those guys, Wyatt and all those guys, is going to generate a pass rush, and we don't have to hold up long. So, until they show us they can hold up, and there's a chance we get a double move. Okay, but we sitting on everything. We're gonna stand. We're gonna stand back here, and we don't believe you have time to run by us. So if you run by us, the coach is going to say that's on me. So you'll have to back up and have to play them a little bit more honestly. But when you got that kind of relentless pressure, and the only thing that really saved them a lot tonight, because Jayden Daniels does have legs, because they were coming. He did not have a whole lot of time to throw the football. And once you neutralize that run, now you've made the Commanders one-dimensional. Once you make a team to one-dimensional, now they're at your mercy, because guess what? We already know you can't run it when you want to. We control the terms of this agreement. And the terms is you're going to have to throw. We know you have to throw, and we're coming to get you.
There were 2 plays with a defensive back, Brother Nixon, for the Green Bay Packers that stuck out to me on film. He was playing off his 7. He did his 3-step read. He's not even looking at the receiver. Receiver's coming off full speed. His eyes locked it on Jayden Daniels. 3 steps went, those eyes shifted back to the receiver, and he stayed so fundamentally sound. He didn't panic, and his pedal never came out his pedal. Dude tried to run a stop route. Man, he broke on that. It almost got picked going the other way. Then came back later on in the game and say, okay, we see what you're trying to do. We're going to study you now since you're so aggressive and you're jumping everything short. They tried to pump him. He stabbed just a little bit just to throw the timing off a little bit. Speed turn, got right back in the hip side, knocked the ball down. Those 2 plays to me stuck out tremendously for me, because I understand how difficult it is to transition like that as a DB, and having that eye discipline and being technically sound and savvy, being patient to be able to do what I saw tonight in those 2 plays. It's easy to do in practice, but seeing them execute it in a game, knowing that the pressure is going to get there, man, hands down, that back end to me for the Packers stuck out on film.
Back-to-back weeks. Last week they allowed 246 yards to the Detroit Lions, fewer than 250 yards to the Washington Commanders. That's back-to-back weeks. That's the first 2 games of the season since 1995. Micah Parsons generated a team-high 8 pressures. He had a half a sack on 37 pass rush attempts. in the second game with the Packers. 6 of Parsons' pressures came in the second half. Look, he's an edge guy. And I understand they got a lot of edge guys, and so you're going to have sometimes guys going to have to line up inside, and it's all congested in there, but he needs to be in space.
Yeah.
So he can use that quickness. He can use that ability to move and bend those edges. I saw the thing they were showing like DT at a 40-degree angle, Micah Parsons at a 42-degree angle. Both can bend the edges. But I think that's the thing is, Ocho, you're right. That back end looked really good. But when you get that kind of push up front, you ain't got to hold up long.
Right.
You ain't got to hold up long. Kraft had an unbelievable job at the tight end position. He had 124 yards, the most since Richard Rodgers in Week 13, 2015 against Detroit. That was the miracle in Motown, the Hail Mary game, Ocho.
Yeah.
They've been losing the whole game, and then Aaron Rodgers rolls, and Richard Rodgers plucks the Hail Mary. But defensively, there's nothing not to like. Look, he was Jordan Love. He was late on one throw. He should have had another touchdown early in the ball game. He was just late.
Oh, to Matthew Golden, the one to Matthew Golden. That was easy 6, and it allowed the DB to recover.
Yep. I don't know why he put that much air up on it.
Yeah, he looked like he tried to touch it instead of just let it go. Just let it go.
Ain't nobody over there, bro. Just go ahead and throw that. And then he had another one. He put too much on it because Golden had split the seams.
Yeah.
And he probably should have used a little a shorter club.
Yeah.
He had too much club.
You know what? Just in comparison, Matthew Golden runs a 4.4, right? And I look at that play. And this is where I think Tyreek Hill is so special. I don't mean to bring up Tyreek, but a play like that, a ball like that, where Tyreek is in that position where he's split that safety in that corner, he makes that catch and runs.
Yeah, but that's the difference between. I mean, people
runs right up under that ball.
But that's the difference between 4.2 and 4.4, though. Mm-hmm. You're right. He's gonna run up under that.
Right.
But there's a good chance if he hitches, Tyreek's gonna outrun it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So the thing is, maybe in a situation like that, you can't take the hitch.
Yeah.
You just got to basically when you just let it go.
Yeah.
Because Tyreek with a free release.
Yeah. Oh
Tyreek's
yeah.
gonna outrun that.
It was free.
Nah. I mean, because the thing is, you got running a linebacker. Y'all handle that. We going hunting.
Yeah.
They did a great job of keeping Jayden Daniels in the pocket. They did a great job of when he escaped the pocket because they got guys that can run. They got guys that can hunt. Mm-hmm. Hey, and the coach turned loose. Hey, these dogs going hunting, and they did a great job of tracking Jayden Daniels tonight. 24-42, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. He didn't turn it over, but he was under constant pressure. Micah Parsons had 8 pressures alone.
Yeah,
they sacked him 4 times, so they probably pressured him another, probably 12, 13 times tonight.
That's exactly what I'm going to ask you. Do you see the presence of Micah Parsons, how he
Yes.
beat that defense? Obviously, listen, they were already good, even if he wasn't there. But his addition to that and speeding up everything else for whoever they're playing offensively, being destructive, throwing off the timing, helping that back end where the DBs right now. But they looking like they looking like Hall of Famers out there now.
Yeah,
looking like Hall of Famers, where it seems as if they are making all the plays. But if you don't understand the game, you're looking from the outside looking in, you'd be like, oh my goodness, boy, these boys back there is all world. All world.
You're right, but you can do that, Ocho.
Yeah.
You look at the secondary when you had Reggie was in Philly. You look at those guys, all those guys that were, because you had Reggie, you had Clyde Simmons, you had rest his soul, Jerome Brown.
Yeah.
Look at what you had. So EA and them back there, they didn't have to hold up long.
No.
They didn't have to hold up long.
Yeah.
So the ball's gonna come out quick. You got Reggie on one side, you got Clyde on another side, you got Jay Boogie and
Eric Allen was on one side, right?
Yeah.
You remember who was on the other side of Eric Allen, or do you remember?
It was the defense. Let me see if I can remember. They were Reggie, Clyde, Jerome Brown, Byron Evans, Seth Joyner, EA, Muddy Waters. I can't off the top of my head, Ocho. I can't
remember at all. All I can see Eric Allen with that 21 on clear as day. Clear as day.
I can't remember who was on the other side, Ocho.
Yeah.
But they had a very good defense. Man, you look, EA. He was in New Orleans also. Played in New Orleans.
What you talk about it must be on the back end because I don't remember that.
I know you don't. Nah, he finished up. If I'm not mistaken, I think he finished up with the Raiders. You remember him with the Raiders?
I remember him with the Raiders. I remember that, and I definitely remember.
I think he went from Philly to New Orleans to the Raiders.
Okay.
Hey, can you check that? Eric Allen. I think he went from Philly to New Orleans, and then New Orleans to yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, he was when they had the Dome Patrol.
Right.
When they had Pat Swillens, Ricky Jack, Vaughn Johnson, and they had Sam Mills, the field
middle linebacker Sam Mills.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think EA was there with them, so he's always had a pass rush in front of him. That's why he was sitting on everything. And he had the record before Deron Bland broke it with those 5 return touchdowns.
Right.
Because EA was sitting on everything. But they were loaded. They were a very good team. Now he was an outstanding defensive back. He had great skills. He could take the ball. He could take the ball away. And he had great feet. He was smallish, but he realized he didn't have to hold up long.
Yeah.
But a lot of those guys had, I think Ricky Jack had already gone. If I'm not sure, I think Swill might have still been there. I think Sam Mills at that point in time had already gone to Carolina. But he cut his teeth over in Philly. That's where most of the people remember him from, but he had an outstanding career. Jordan Love finished 9 of 15, 175 yards. Both touchdowns came against the Commanders' blitz. On throws of 10-plus air yards against the blitz, Love was 6 of 8 for 144 yards and a touchdown. His 14.5 air yards per attempt is a career-high mark. Ocho, did you like what you saw from Jordan Love?
Yeah, absolutely, because the whole point of blitzing is to throw the timing off and get to you before you can get the ball out. Jordan Love is doing exactly what veteran quarterbacks do and understand, okay, based on what I see, based on tendencies, based on watching film, I already know what's coming. Jordan Love make his points, he communicates with that offensive line, and they see what's coming. No matter how much you bluffing and rotating and doing all that shenanigans, we know what you're getting ready to do. And when a quarterback knows it ahead of time, you get the kind of night you got from him when it comes to passing the ball when they're blitzing. I'm not sure what percentage that the Commanders did blitz, but I guarantee you 98% of the time that they did, Jordan Love completed that pass.
Yeah, well, you're right, Ocho. You try to throw the timing off, but those receivers are so quick. Did you see that touchdown by Dobbs at the goal line?
Yes. Hey,
dude.
Listen, I'm not a defensive back, huh? I'm not a defensive back, but I love defensive back play. All he did was stick to the outside. Why you even going for the first move? You got to have patience like Sally Mae. Keep your heels on the goal line and don't go nowhere. What you moving for? He didn't even make a move. All Dobbs did was stab outside and come in. And you flying over.
Because when you study Green Bay, what did route did Davante Adams catch so much?
But it got
that fade stop and that speed out.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
Oh, hey, how many times we don't see Davante Adams run that 2-yard out for a touchdown?
Yeah.
You better go for it.
Right, you're right.
Because here's the thing, Ocho. If that man run that speed out and you're not close, they're like, bro, what you waiting on? Why you playing in cement?
Right.
Well, that's a really hard, and that's why I say, Ocho, if you up there, Ocho, are you gonna press or not? Because if you up in a press position, you got to get your hands on the guy. Let a guy free release. You up there, you let a guy free release. You beat.
Yeah.
Especially down there because you get Ocho. The man ain't got but 2-3 yards to go for a touchdown. So he completed. He in the end zone.
You're right. Listen, I never understood with DBs. There's one DB